Hey everyone, I'm Connor and welcome to my channel, The Closet. If it's your first time here on my channel, I like to talk about all things luxury. So if that's something you're into, I'd love it if you could hit the subscribe button and the bell button so you're notified when I bring out new videos. And if you're returning, welcome back to my channel. First of all, let's address the nasal, okay? The Fran Fine voice. Look, I don't want to point any fingers, but Dale gave me her deathly lurgy virus and I have been spiraling downwards into the pits of sickness hell for the past week, thanks to her selfishness. Oh my god, no, it wasn't from Dale. I caught this virus, I obviously don't know where, and I have been so sick. I've been out of action, I've been off work, I've been in my bed, just sweating out all of the disease, and it's not been a fun experience. A 2 out of 10 if I were to give it a Trustpilot rating. But I'm moderately better today, and what a better time to talk about all of the holiday themed or inspired bags that have come out or coming out recently from the fashion houses. I've never seen so many metallic bags in my life, but I think I'm on board with the journey, so let's unpack it all. Now, first of all, I actually don't remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember the fashion houses kind of doing these drops just before Christmas with kind of holiday themed bags. Maybe they have and I've just forgotten, but I didn't realize that it was so big. And you've probably seen lots of places bringing out metallic style bags this year anyways, and I kind of connected the dots in my head and I'm like, are these Christmas? And yeah, I guess they are, but I'm all for it. I love me some Christmas, okay? I love some Christmas whatever. You don't need to tell me twice. But yeah, these metallic bags, okay, we're here for it. But let's start with Chanel, which, I mean, normally Chanel, they're either incredibly classic, or they're just fucking weird, okay? There's no in between. But this kind of holiday collection, they have mastered the metallics, okay? I'll give credit where credit is due. And these little classic flaps with the little star pouch, I reckon they're really cool. They do cost 12,000 Australian dollars. Not cool. But if you're gonna buy it, you're gonna buy it. Now the metallics that they kind of come out in is like silver. I think there was a blue in there, maybe a light pink. But this purple, honey, it is giving Barney the dinosaur meets fucking grape juice. Okay, it's giving it all. Whatever colorologist that they use, they will like chuck it all in and it works really, really well. This kind of electric purple is what I would call it. Yeah, it just works really well. Now, I'm not a patent leather fan, but I think if you're gonna do it, you do it in these high metallic finishes, teaming it with the Christmas theme, and it all just works. The little star bag thing, I mean, not everyone's cup of tea, but obviously you can detach it from the bag. You got yourself a little AirPod holder. It's probably, if you were to say the bag costs $10,000, then the other $2,000's for the fucking star. But yeah, I love this. I think they've done really well with this kind of look. And then even a lot of the other bags that they brought out with this collection too, just the colors are really fun. Like there's sequined classic flaps in like a gradient color scheme. They've just got this gradient kind of thing going on, which you're probably thinking, yeah, it's gradient, it's not groundbreaking, but like, we've got to give Chanel some credit where credit's due, okay? And like some of the DeVille totes, or I don't know, they call them that anymore, they call them something else. I think they just call them open bag or something. Like all of the color scheming and these kind of, yeah, I'm all for it. Good job, Chanel. You won't hear it a lot from me, so just take it while I'm giving it to you. Now, even poor old Givenchy has tried to give it a go for this kind of Christmas bag look, and they've brought out some like laminated, crinkled, metallic renditions of their bags, And they're still trying to flog the old Antigona bag, but look, they're persistent, we'll give them that. But they brought out the Antigona bag in a few different kind of colorways in this laminated crinkle look. Metallic themed, good on them, trying to put their finger in the pie. They've got this other bag called a Vogue bag. It's given Balenciaga, and it should be leaving with Balenciaga because it's, I don't know, it's weird, okay? I don't, like, that's not the it bag that you're looking for, Givenchy. What else? Oh, they've also got this like little bucket bag looking thing called a shark lock, which I think is, they've got this whole shark lock thing going on. Like they've got the boots, which ultimately have been quite popular on the social media. And so they've kind of like brought out bags and stuff in the same collection. But they've got this little shark lock bucket bag in Diamantes, which I think is a bit of a vibe. I'll give them that, like it's a bit of a vibe. $4,750. Not terrible, because imagine some poor bastard has individually stuck all of those on with their little arthritic fingers. So good on them, good on them. But poor Givenchy, when are they going to get their time back in the sun? I feel like it's coming. Like I feel like they're so close, but who bloody knows? But, you know, we'll keep them in our thoughts. Now, Fendi, I am crowning the queens of Christmas because this collection they brought out, they went all in. They did not spare any costs and they did not leave a single fucking crumb on the plate. Now, this kind of range is very fun. And look, for someone who's a bit more boundary pushing, they'll be able to get a lot of wear out of these pieces. But if you're someone who's just looking for some bags for the holidays, well, put your money where your mouth is. Start off with the Peekaboo ICU in the small. This is silver with crystals, okay? Shining like diamonds in the sky. This is definitely a showstopper piece. And for $10,200 for something like that, I think it's pretty good. Imagine how that will shine in the light. It'll be like, brrr. So really cool. They've also got the same in the baguette. 7,650 Australian dollars, which is also pretty good. Same in the Fendi First, and again in the Baguette Mini. Now, I think the Baguette Mini probably is the winner. The bag's, I guess, small enough for it to make its mark, but it's not, like, you'll be able to wear it a lot more versus, like, a bigger bag. I feel like the bigger bags, you kind of get lost in it a bit. But I think the Baguette Mini, if you're going to go in for the holidays, that one is the winner at $5,570. A little bit more expensive than, you know, the normal Napa counterparts, but still, you're paying for the diamonds. What else they've got? Oh, they've also got it in the Fendigraphy. Fendigraphy Mini, which again, I think the Baguette Mini and the Fendigraphy Mini, I can't say it, like, they're more impactful in the smaller bags, is what I'm trying to say. Then they've got the normal Zucca kind of jacquard with the crystal embellishments. These are saying, I'm classic, but I like to fucking party. So I'm putting some jewels, I'm bejazzling my flaps of my bag. These, like, look, I think they're pretty cool for what they are as well. The Baguette, 6,700 Australian dollars. The Petite ICU Peekaboo, $6,900. I think it looks better in the Peekaboo because it's just the trim of the kind of opening there has been, you know, Liberace'd, we'll say. And I think it works and it contrasts well with the Zucca. Then they've kind of gone down this like midnight blue kind of colour scheme. Again, the ICU Petite Peekaboo. It's in this kind of midnight blue smooth leather with some chandeliering on the top there, which I think is very fancy. That is, you know, let's go to high tea at Christmas time. That's what it's giving me. Then they've got this kind of, well, they're calling it craquelé. I don't know what that means, but it's this crumpled silver leather, which I think is a bit more like rough around the edge Christmas vibe. So not as fancy schmancy as the crystals, but still giving, you know, the birth of Christ vibes. But like not the actual birth of Christ, like Christmas. Yeah, so that one's $3,520, so that's more in the normal kind of baguette realm price for the Mini. And again, they've got it in the Fendi Graphy. Yeah, so I think that's a good variety, a good little variety there. Probably one of my favorites though would have to be this Peekaboo ICU in the small. It's in this like midnight blue carpet weave, they're calling it, which I'm just going to zoom up on the photo. I'm assuming it's like a velvet, but who would know? But it is like fully decked out in all of these stars and like crystally looking things. There's like a little FF symbol there, and it just looks like a true piece of art. And oh yeah, so the material, I can't tell what it is. It looks almost velvety. I would love to see it in person, but I think that piece is really, really substantial. It's definitely showcasing the Fendi craftsmanship, and I think it just works really well. It's definitely a standout piece, but $10,200, you're getting your pennies worth of the labor that was put into that bag. That is for sure. Then over in the men's bags with Fendi, they were a bit lackluster with the variety, but they did have this soft trunk baguette with studs, which it's like all kind of different metallic color studs to kind of resemble the night sky, which, you know, I guess it's as fancy as it gets with the men's range, but I do think that was pretty cool as well. And I think that one cost 3,760 Australian dollars. They did bring out an ostrich version of this bag as well, but the color was a bit boring in my opinion. I think it was like a grey, dark grey. But it's not appearing on the website, but it definitely is. It was on there the other day when I saw it. And then they also brought out this beige, very beige, not my colour at all, with like leather panelled on the baguette with like Zucca underneath. Again, more of a safe bet, but we really get not a lot in the men's stuff, okay? We get screwed. But if you're into those sorts of bags, they're available. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. This is about as much voice as I have left in me before it completely goes. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are you getting it back for the holidays? Are you getting something fancy and sparkly? Let me know, and I'd love it if you could give this video the thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all very shortly in my next video.